I mean, to think about going back to the very beginning, a little over about a year and a half ago, when God kind of birthed this into our lives, and when we sat down and said, are we crazy enough to do this? Are we crazy enough to start a church? I mean, we literally had nothing but passion and vision and a word from God. And to watch it kind of snowball into what it's turned into now, and really the only praise is the praise to God. To see it come from nothing to being able to have a location every Sunday to meet in the heart of Lake Mary, to have an office right on Lake Mary Boulevard where people constantly are driving past it, seeing our logo and seeing U Church and seeing what we're doing in this area. It just blows my mind. To see us be able to pay cash for our complete sound system, our complete setup and teardown, to see us go and be able to buy in cash a brand new 24-foot trailer, to see God just provide every step of the way. When there's a need, God provides. We had a need to be able to upgrade our streaming system, and God provided. It's just to see that every time you feel like you're facing opposition, or every time you feel like maybe this wasn't it, God always provides. I know right now that you're probably watching this thinking, well, I've got stuff that I really want God to do in my life, or I've got a step that I want to take. And can I just tell you that it's not uncommon to face adversity in those times. When we stepped out, we had a lot of opposition. We had a lot of unknowns. We had a lot of uncertainties. But the thing is we didn't magnify those, we magnified God. And I'm just crazy enough to believe if you magnify God in your situation, God's going to do something through you. Just to see the overwhelming blessing that it is to be the light, to be the hands and feet. I mean, we were able to do so much in our community. I remember sitting down with a group of leaders and saying, if we're going to do this, if we're going to start this church, if we're going to plant this church, I don't want to be a church that's all about numbers and butts in the seats. I want to be a church that's all about outreach. And I think we've done an amazing job at U Church of going outside those four walls and doing something. We were able to help serve at the Ronald McDonald House. We're constantly kicking that thing up into doing it more and more often. But I remember the first time doing it, we sat down, not knowing what we're getting ourselves into, watching these people come into the room to get dinner, to see the look on their face of my kid is in the NICU suffering something that I don't know, and to see that despair in their eyes, to sit down with them and pass them a plate of food, to pass them a brownie, to sit there and talk with them. It changed, I'm sure, their life, but I think it more changed our lives. To see how God can use us and shine through us and speak through us if we're just willing to talk. We're able to, this recently in August, put together over 50 backpacks. And not only just put them together, but actually go partner with a school, an elementary school in Sanford, and pass those out to the kids that need it the most. And in that connection and in that relationship of going and taking that step that God opened up, we're able to hear more needs that they have about their kids needing school shoes, that they're duct taping their shoes for PE so that they can participate. Or come winter, the kids only have flip-flops and no jackets. We were able to hear those needs, and I'm crazy enough to believe that we're going to answer the call. That we're going to step out and we're going to say, you know what? I don't believe a kid should not have a jacket. I don't believe kids should go without shoes, and we're going to fill that need. We're going to be the hands and feet. We're going to believe for God to send and provide for that. And I just can't wait to see what God does through that. We were also able to partner with a ton of local organizations and ministries. We partner with the A21 campaign, the ending the sex trafficking. If you don't know about that, you've probably not looked on our social media, because we are all about this, shining a light on something as disgusting as sex trafficking. And inside that partnership, we were able to find an amazing local coffee shop, Palate's Coffee in Sanford, that has the same passion for that. They call it coffee with a cause, every cup with a cause. And their owners are very passionate about ending sex trafficking as well. And we were able to personally go in and talk with them and watch what God is doing through their ministries and their nonprofits, and start to brew their coffee at our church to help shine a light. We're also able to partner with a couple other organizations that you can all see online, of just people that are like-minded, that are all about Christ, that are all about making this world a better place through Jesus. And through all that, it's astonishing to see what God has done. 8 months, and God is shining a light. God is doing so much. I mean, honestly, I just want to take a second before we wrap this thing up and tell you all the people that have called You Church their home, all the people that put their hands to the plow, all the people that wake up at 6 in the morning to help us set up, to take a gym from a gym to a church. All those people, I say thank you. I say thank you. I say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Every night I think about how blessed we truly are to be able to have a team that's so passionate about sacrificing Sundays and Wednesdays and any other day we go to be the hands and feet, and sacrificing some time when they could be doing anything else but serving Jesus. I honestly think that God has got so much more in store. I mean, we have had the coolest testimonies that have come in, no, not only online, but in service, in our communities, in our small groups, of people saying, you know what, this church and what God is doing through this church and through our lives has saved our marriages, has broken addictions, has healed my bodies. God is doing some work in us and through us, and I'm excited to be a part of it. Just a couple of quick things. God has brought over in these last 8 months 25 salvations. I don't know if that makes you excited, but that gets me excited, because that's 25 people that were going to hell that are now going to be worshiping in eternity with Jesus. 25. And out of that, 15 of them chose to be water baptized. That's amazing. 8 months in, 25 salvations, 15 water baptisms, and that's only the start. God has got so much more that's going to come through us, and we are just getting ready and amping up to see God move in a big way, not only in our church, but in this community. And not just with our church, with all our churches. That's our passion, and I know that's the heartbeat of a lot of these churches here in Seminole County, is linking arms and saying, you know what, we could do this really good by ourselves, but we can be great together. And so I'm excited to see what God does. I'm excited to see what He's going to do in this. And I'm just going to ask you, if you're partnering with us, thank you so much. What does partnership mean? It's simply meaning I'm going to stand with you. I'm going to pray with you. When you have a need, I'm going to do whatever I can to help support that. We've had people through this time of just casting vision about the shoes, contact companies like Nike and Reebok and all these companies say, what can you do to help out these kids in these local areas? And they've been responding back. So what does that mean? It just means standing with us, praying with us, giving financially. You can go to our website and find out all of our causes and all of our vision and all of our stuff, and continuing to stand with us. And follow us on all our social media, You Church FL, to continue with us and partner with us. And watch us online, and above all, if you're in this local area, come visit with us, come worship with us. We'd love to meet you. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to get back and tell you what God did the next 8 months.